see if I can make some adjustments. If I ever had to doubt myself, unbelievable. The cameras are aligned. Right, let's mute everybody in the session. There we go. Yeah, I know you're busy getting people in, mate. So we've got five or 6 minutes till the race starts. Welcoming everybody. I'm Andy Rage Quit. That is Jim Just Rage. The Rage Brothers are back in town, and this time we head to France to the Paul Ricard circuit, aka La Castanalette, I think, where we're going to hold the French Grand Prix Tier 2 tonight in MRL. Jim's busy getting people into the lobby because we've only got 10 drivers in at the moment, and I think we're going to get a full lobby tonight, which would be great. Certainly for the most exciting tier in MRL. Yeah, I was livid last week. How did it go down last week? Yeah, I did. I ended up watching on my laptop. My PC didn't finish updating till the tier 2 race had finished, and it had started updating at 8:45 p.m. British Standard Time. So 3.5 hours to update. It's left us in a bit of a hole, I have to say. But I'm looking forward. We've got 11 drivers in now. Kermit's just joined, but I'm looking forward to this race. I think when we get to standings and stuff in a minute, this is a wild, wild tier. We've got a mere 11 points separating the top 6 drivers. Yeah. Yeah. That's Gary in, yeah. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers, have I still got something on Europe? Let's get rid of that. Hey, no worries, bro. As such, viewers will experience buffering. Stream status is poor. So I've just got to make sure I shut down anything that might be causing us problems over here. And hope for the very best. Yes. Yes, he did. He said he was going to join during quali, I think, didn't he? I am just going to get... Is who? Sorry? Oh, the stream doesn't look too bad, actually. The stream looks fine. That was a pretty wild tier 3 race. Yeah, they are on the final lap right now. And Maud, after coming in and serving his 5-second penalty, has managed to pick up 3 seconds, which has negated his Oh, no. Carnage on the last lap. Carnage on the final lap. Okay, it is 9:59. We have got ourselves 16 of 20 drivers in thus far. Excellent news. So I'm going to move on to some track map stuff now. I don't know how many we've got in just yet. I've got one person watching, and it's me. All right, give me two. Ta-da! Oh, Chili Willy's actually here on time. Good guy. Are we going to go? Yeah. Oh, that's. Give me a second. I don't know whether the Discord. Oh, my audio is not working for you. What the hell? I don't know whether we can hear your audio, which is annoying.
Hear me?
Try again.
Hello?
Yep, we
Hello.
got you. We got you.
Good.
We got you. We got you. We're in. Ladies and gentlemen, it is just after 10 p.m., 5 p.m. Eastern, and we are heading to Paul Ricard for the French Grand Prix Tier 2. It's Moose Racing League. It's Sunday night. I'm Andy. This is Jim, and we are going to bring you the greatest tier in MRL, possibly the greatest tier in MRL history, and we are going to take you around this track. It is Paul Ricard. It's the French Grand Prix. What do you think about this track, Jim?
Let's see where to begin. It's not the most fun track to race around, I don't think, but there's a lot of long straights. Lots of opportunity to overtake, and that means there's going to be a lot of close battles, and we'll probably see some pieces of wing flying all over the place, if I had to guess.
It's quite possible. It's La Castellette, France. That's the other name for it. It's 5.8 kilometers. It's 15 turns, 2 DRS zones, one on the straight as you move past that final horrible right-hander at the end, turn 15, and then one down the long back straight after turn 7. That is your track for this evening, and onto the race notes. Just to give a quick update for everybody on the the team standing is Aston Martin leading the way at the moment after a poor week from Alfa Romeo last week. Aston Martin take the lead on 135 points, beg pardon, 132 points, with Alfa Romeo on 113 in second position. We've then got McLaren rolling out that top three. McLaren strong across all tiers, Jim, at the minute, feels like.
Yeah. I mean, I know in Tier 5 they're pretty much running away with it because those two guys are
Tier 3 drivers.
They're pretty much in first or second place every single race every week. So
yeah, for sure. The driver standings, before we get into the race notes, the driver standings at the minute. Now, I've put one of these guys down as the driver to watch. I don't think he's racing tonight. It's Beamer. I don't think he's here. He's a reserve driver. Doesn't look like he's got a seat this week. And then it's J. Joe and Drew with Kermit, Stig, and Epic, Happy Like Pies. Now, that's 62 points for Beamer in P1. And Happy Like Pie is in P6 with 51 points. Only 11 points behind. It's a wild top six.
And I think we have both Beamer and Drew are not racing this week. So those are two of the top six drivers.
Two of the top six not racing this week. Okay, we're just about to get into qualification. Jim, there's the race notes for you, my friend.
Give me one sec here.
No worries, pal.
I gotta pull up. There we go. Okay, we're good now. I'm back somehow. All right. So here at France, we haven't raced here since season 3, which is quite a long time. I remember.
It is.
Most guys racing right now do not remember it because you weren't here. But like Schumacher had 8 wins in France. 11 points, like Andy just said, covers the top 6 drivers. We have a couple guys not racing this week, but we'll see what happens with the other 4. And our drivers to watch are Kermit, J. Joe, and obviously Beamer is not here today, but we'll throw Stig in there today because he's battling for the top 2. So
yeah, absolutely.
We'll
Another interesting fact is because, obviously, this race hasn't always been held at Paul Ricard. Alan Prost actually holds the record for the most victories at this track with 4.
That's quite a great record to have. I don't know if I would ever want to race here 4 times.
Thanks very much, Jim, for the race notes anyway. It looks like we're going to have a little bit of inclement weather. Rain in the race, says Tolby. Rain late anyway. So that is going to provide us with some interesting spice later on in the race. Oh, hang on, my Elgato capture card has still got my race on from earlier. So
there you go.
Right then, who have we got going out? We've got MP's gone out on a set of mediums. Freddie's going to be the first car on track in that Ferrari.
Tired. That. Okay. Yeah, I know there's multiple tire strategies you can do around here. Medium to hard is obviously the safest.
Yeah.
Gives you pretty much any option to pit whenever, really. As long as if there are no safety cars. But with safety cars, I mean, I did medium to softs today in Tier 5, so...
Oh, you went medium to soft. Okay.
Yep. Yeah. So I pitted on lap 16 or 17 and took the softs to the end. But we did have 2 safety cars at the end of our race. So.
We did indeed. So we've got a whole host of cars out.
You know. So that does definitely help. But I would expect, with there being rain in the race, I assume we're going to see a lot of people who run the mediums until they go to inters. That would be my guess.
Yeah. It depends how late that rain comes. You're right. If it's not going to come till lap 18, 19, 20, we might see people starting on the hard tire. but I think we've seen plenty of virtuals and plenty of safety cars throughout most tiers tonight. So it might be that we have people just going out on those medium tyres. Right then, so we've got Freddie starting off in the Ferrari then. That seems to take turn 1 and 2 pretty easily, without any errors. Seems to cut that corner. Surprised he didn't get a penalty there.
Almost gets impeded there by the Aston. Looks good. Hello, Edge.
Hey, Edge, how you doing?
Andy, I don't know if you're talking, but I can't hear you.
Nope, I wasn't talking, sir. I was just chilling.
You're good. You're good. But
Just chilling. Just watching the Freddie lap.
Looking pretty good. Coming through, this is a tough turn. If you get on the gas too early there, you can...
Oh, he's kept it valid somehow.
Didn't invalidate. Did not invalidate. I don't know how, but...
Yeah, that's an invalidation all day long.
Yeah, we'll see how much that hurts his lap time here as he brings it down the main straight. Gets a bit of a toe off of that. What is that? Is that Tauri? Tauri down the straight.
30.6.
30.6.
Decent first lap.
Pretty good. It's a pretty good banker. I mean, I'm assuming, I don't think we're going to see a 28 here, but I do expect to see a 29.1, 29.2 probably.
There's a 30.3.
Maybe we even get into the 28s today. But City of R, am I able to invite you? I can do my
Catching
best.
down the home straight then. This is him setting his lap. Also in the 30s, 30.7 to go third fastest. There's a McLaren about to cross the line. Is it Stig? It is Stig. Stig puts down a 30.1. MB Jacobson on the mediums. Now, this is interesting. MB Jacobson on the mediums, a 30.6 to go fifth fastest. He's in contention.
City, I need... I don't have your... I need you to send me a friend request either on Xbox or in-game. I don't know what you want. Let me find you. Let me go to the Discord and find you here.
Right, we're into the 29. Semtex, the Alpine team principal, sets a 29.8. We've got an AlphaTauri coming round the final corner. I can find an AlphaTauri in the list. It's Chili Willy. Chili Willy down the straight to set a 1:29.7. He goes fastest now. Merck ninth fastest with a 30.6. Here comes J-Joe then, a qualifying specialist in previous seasons. To go fastest again, 29.5, provisional pole with 11 minutes 50 seconds left in this qualifying session. Got a couple of McLarens, I think. Big Mac Dan's on an out lap. Stig into the pits he goes. Where's Rampage? Rampage then in a Ferrari. He's invalidated. And then we've got Gary on a flyer. So 22.5 in the first sector for Gary. Down that long straight, the second of our DRS zones into this tricky little chicane. If you get it right, you can make up a lot of time and then gain good traction down this next back straight at the end of Sector 2 into Sector 3. The Sector 2 time stands at a 50.7. Round the long right-hander. Two of the long right-handers, in fact. And then the horrible, really long right-hander that's so slow. But if you get on the gas, like Jim said, too early, you can send yourself off into the wilderness.
I need to get JBTC in here, and I need to get City of R in here. Two people that I need to invite.
I don't think I've got... JB's in. JB's in.
Okay. Okay.
Down the straight comes Gary then. What's Gary going to set us? It's going to be a 30, 30.7. He goes 11th fastest. The two Williams stacked in P11 and 12. Big Mac Dan now on a lap. Everybody else is in the pits or on an outlap. We've got Capacci, Happy Like Pies, and Landsharky on outlaps. It's Big Mac down in the McLaren, currently sat in P16 with no time on the board. Here he comes then, turn 14, and then the tight right-hand 15. Down to the DRS. Opens the back wing, down the long straight. Looks like it's a 30. It's a 30.3. He goes 7th fastest. So there we go then. J-Joe currently sat 10 minutes to go in quali. It's J-Joe in provisional pole at the moment with Chili Willy joining him on the front row in the AlphaTauri. The Alpine of Semtex and the Mercedes of Jordan in P3 and 4 with Stig in the McLaren P5. P6 is Jordster in the Alfa Romeo with Big Mac Dan in P7. Iron Boogs, good showing from him. Red Bull P8. Yellow Flags in sector 1 and 3. That's a little bit of people coming together, I think, at turn 1 and 2. Gary will be coming back into the
like Landsharky was going to start a lap. I think was it Big Mac? No, it wasn't Big. It was, I think Stig got a little loose, or he invalidated. Forced. I think it forced Landsharky to abandon his lap as well.
Okay, well, we've got one guy on a flyer then at the moment. It's Happy Like Pies. Epic wins. Epic plays. Epic wins.
Epic wins. Sometimes he plays, but sometimes he wins.
Sometimes he plays, sometimes he wins.
You don't need that there. Okay.
Here he comes then. Down towards turn 14. Again, another corner that if you get it right, you can carry a lot of speed to make sure you take turn 15 well. On the DRS, wing wide open, then down the long straight. Looks like it's going to be a pretty slow time from Epic at the moment. No, I don't know anything. It's a 29.8.
Pretty good lap from him there.
Pretty decent, to be fair.
This is one of those tracks. Yep, this is kind of one of those tracks I feel like Vegas, where like turn 1 and 2 are just always congested. So you either want to be in the top 4 or you want to be in the bottom 4. You do not want to be anywhere in the middle.
Yeah, Landsharky did leave that lap open.
There is going to be contact. Almost guaranteed.
Sure, Capacci was on a lap. He's invalidated. He's going to go again. He's just coming around turn 15.
He's going to read.
Jordster, he's on a flyer. He's just started. We've got Boogs. Boogs is further on.
Got a spin at the back. Looks like one of the Ferraris. Freddie spun it somewhere.
Yeah, down at turn 13.
Turn 12-ish area.
Yeah, turn 12, 13. Yeah. Do you know what? All the turns accumulate into one big, horrible right-hander down there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely not a fun sector.
No. Iron Boogs then currently sitting P9 on a 30.3. He's not diving at the pit, so he must have improved.
City of R's on his outlap. There's the Red Bull behind him.
Good time this. Good time from Boogs. Sits second now with a 29.7. Good lap from him. Purple sector 3.
Jacobson P2.
J-Joe.
In the P2.
J-Joe's retired or crashed?
It looks like he's in the pit. He has retired. Okay. He's not on the track. So
yeah, that's a good lap from MBJ because I didn't miss that.
Yep. So maybe he's called it here.
Here comes Capacci.
Goes all 130.
Kermit attacks with a 29.4.
Capacci goes 29.7. It's a good lap from him.
Yeah, it was in tier 3. Paul was a 28.9. J-Joe said he disconnected. J-Joe's disconnected and been retired. That is unfortunate, J-Joe.
At least you had a lap set.
Yeah, you got a lap in.
So.
Freddie, don't think Freddie improved. Certainly not enough to move up the standings. Oh, and he spun it in turn 2 in his haste to get back in the pits. 5 minutes left in qualification then. He's spinning it all around. He is out, and he will not get any kind of lap.
He's taking every layout we possibly can.
Yeah. Oh, and he's taking a shortcut on his way back in. I'm not entirely sure.
An interesting move. Don't think we can do that, my friends.
No. I think that was in the driver briefing for this week. No cutting corners, right.
We'll see what he does here. Definitely cut it there. Definitely did cut it earlier, so.
Here's Chili Willy then. Chili Willy invalidates. Ferrari, that's invalidated. Tyrese invalidated. What's the other Ferrari? The other Ferrari's Freddy on his way back round.
Yep. We've got, who is that?
JB
is invalid. And Semtex is on an outlap, and I believe those are the only. Semtex and Gary are on outlaps. Freddy, I'm assuming, is clean pits. And we are going to have a very hectic final 4 minutes here.
We really are. This is going to be
going to be coming out very quick.
Going to be interesting to try and catch something here. I mean, JB, what's he going to do to try and get back in the pits? I think he's cooked, to be honest. Keep our eye on him, though. Don't want any of this cutting corners rubbish.
Pushing and trying to get back there, but I don't think he's going to make it.
Well, it takes a good minute to get in. Those mechanics are so slow.
And there's going to be a ton of cars that are going to be coming out of the pits as well now. So.
Yeah. Semtex is the first one out, I believe. No, City of R in the Alpha Tauri. He's first out. Is he? No. It's okay. We're on with Semtex then. Semtex is going to be the first person to do the final run. Here we go. You're on board, Jim. Go for it.
Semtex alright, comes down into turn 1. You want to take. That was a very good line. Looks like he took a man. I don't know how he didn't invalidate there. Look, that was really, really close, but he's taking every inch of track here. You have to carry a lot of speed through these corners here. Keeps it in third here. It allows you to get back on the power nice and early. We've seen a lot of people spin right here today in that end of sector 1, beginning of sector 2, getting on the power a little too early. Comes down the straight, hitting 205, so don't know what that is.
Takes the chicane well.
Don't know if that's high or low. That's a great. Didn't take too much curve there either, which is good. You take a little too much, you bounce around. He's up a 10th, which will. We can pick up another 10th in the final couple of corners here. This will move him way up the field.
City of R looks like he's been stuck in traffic.
This is kind of the problem with going out early like this. If you don't get past everyone.
Oh, he's invalidated.
Semtex just invalidated there. See what that time would have been. He's going to finish out the lap at 1:29.9. That would not have improved his standing anyway.
City of R's in a heap of traffic, but still going.
Yep, he's still going. I don't know.
The Aston Martin.
I don't know who that was.
It's Kermit.
Right?
Yeah, it's Kermit.
Coming down, I don't know. Like I said, I have no idea to compare this to, so it looks like it's going to be in the 130s, I believe. 130.1.
Yeah. That did cost him a couple of tenths as well. I think MB Jacobson might be our next driver. Whole host of cars here. It's take your pick time.
We have a couple cars in the track here. Don't know.
Oh, who's that? Iron Boog's off.
Just Red Bull. Into the pits.
Yeah, Iron Boog span. Don't know exactly how long we've got left in the session.
1 second. We are done. That is it. So these are the final laps right here.
J-Joe's having catch up. J-Joe's back in.
Be the first one. Let's see. We've got Merck coming across the line here. He's going to be the first one to set his last lap, and then it's going to be Stig right behind him, and then Jacobson.
Up to
Merck
P6.
Goes 129.7. Stig goes 129.9, P12. Jacobson does not improve. Lane Sharkey comes through.
Kermit attack goes better.
Lane Sharkey invalidated. Way back. Didn't see that. Alfa Romeo up. Was that Georgester that just came across the line there?
Georgester into P4.
Epic with the 5. 29.5, and then it's going to be Chile, I believe. Chile and then Jordan are there, or JB are the last two cars across the line here.
Yeah, I'm on board with Jordan right now as he comes down at turn 14. That's a good pace.
129.7 puts him in 9th. JB coming down the final straight. He's going to be the last one. See if he can improve.
Does.
So the 129.5. P5.
Nice, good quali, guys. Good quali. Kermit. Oh, that was lag. Kermit is going to claim pole then with a 28.9. J-Joe, unfortunate for J-Joe. Kermit, J-Joe, unfortunately, was retired when he disconnected. He only got one run. He only got one lap. But it's Kermit and J-Joe on the front row then. An Aston Martin front row lockout. Not a front low rockout, like I said some time ago. It's then the two Alfa Romeos, a second row lockout. Happy Like Pies and Georgester in P3 and 4. Mercedes P5 with JBTC and Haas with MB Jacobson P6. It's the Ferrari of Rampage in P7 with the two Red Bulls stacked in P8 and 9. It's Merck and Iron Boogs. We've then got Chili Willy in P10 in the AlphaTauri with P11 is Alpine of Capacci. Williams with Ketchen in P12 with the P13 it's Alpine and Semtex after his early good lap. Stig in the McLaren P14. Jordan, City of R, Lansharky, Big Mac Dan, Freddie and Gary bringing up the rear in P20.
And we make it seem like those guys all the way down at the back of the field were far off because of where they are, because of the number of their position, but they were all within like 6 to 7 tenths of P2. So
yeah, exactly.
The gap from P1 to P2 was 6.3 tenths, and the gap from P2 to like P16 was 7 tenths. So that was, like we said earlier, if you mess up your lap just a little bit, just 1/10, that could be a whole host of positions that you're missing.
Yeah, absolutely. While we wait then for these guys, a quick reminder on the standings. The two Aston Martins that are on the front row. Kermit currently sits in P4 in the championship. 8 points behind our leader, Beamer, who doesn't race tonight. J-Joe, second on the grid, with only that one flying lap, is currently only 2 points behind Beamer. He currently sits in second. Drew Lassard is not racing. So there's an opportunity for these guys, these Aston Martins, to really stick it home and take a great advantage moving into the final few races. We're on round 7, right?
Yep.
So 3 rounds to go after this.
Yes. No, 7, yeah. So there's 4 races left. We're on round 7. And then it's Netherlands, Monza, and Monaco.
Oh, here we go. 4, 5 red lights. We're at the start of the French Grand Prix. And we're away. Kermit gets a decent start. A decent start also from Epic. Happy Like Pies, who takes P2 from J-Joe down to turn 1 then. Are we going to keep it clean? We're looking for the rear wing of Kermit back towards all the other cars in the grid. Forgotten how to use the computer. We've got a yellow flag. Looks like it might have been contact between a McLaren and a Mercedes. around the
Looked
outside.
Like City of R got a little, they were just trying to avoid it. It's kind of what it looked like to me.
Yeah, Rampage goes up into P4, overtakes Jordster. Chili Willy tumbling down the order. Chili Willy out! Chili Willy out! Virtual safety car. Chili Willy out. Looks like contact with Iron Boogs. Yeah, Iron Boogs, no front wing on that Red Bull. It is a full-blown safety car on lap 1 of 27 here at Paul Ricard. Chili Willy, disappointing. He's left the session. He's rushed back to get part in this race, and it looks like he might have lost. I don't know. I mean, it looks like to me he's lost it, and then Iron Boogs might have run into him. We'll have to wait and see. I'm sure the team principals will get some stuff.
I think Chili just, like you said earlier, just hit the gas a little too early in that set of corners there, and the car will just go around. There is no saving it. So, and I believe Irons was along for the ride.
Yeah. So who has benefited then on lap 1? Iron Boogs down 10 spots. He has not benefited. He's going to have to dip into the pits as well. We need to have a look at the tyres. I'll do that shortly. 2 cars in the pits. Big Mac, Dan, and Iron Boogs. So position-wise, Gary up 6, Landsharky up 4, Stig up 5, up 3 for Rampage into P4. Down 10. The one big loser is Iron Boogs. JB's down 3 spots, and then it's pretty much as you were. 2 soft runners. We've got City of Art and Ketchin on the soft tyre. Only one hard runner. J-Joe, the only hard runner so far. Interesting with rain happening later on in the race, that J-Joe is the only one of our drivers on the hard tyre. Everybody has some medium. Say again? There is rain in the air.
I just saw sprinkles.
There is rain in the air. What happened? The weather report from France is incredibly bad. There are sprinkles, but we did see.
Fred messed up somehow because we are seeing sprinkles now already on lap 2. Be interesting to see who comes in now, because I don't think safety car may be coming in this lap. Irons may catch up here at the end of the straight. It'll be maybe not.
Too far back.
He's a bit too far back. So
Moldy Dragon says no, Chili. We had exactly the same reaction, Moldy. Hope you're doing well, sir. Happy Moose Day to you.
I think he just. Let's see. What do we think? Well, safety car is going to stay out for another lap. Do we see anyone come in for enters right away?
Are we going to see any gamblers? I noticed that in Tier 3, when it absolutely poured down, a lot of people stayed out and were showing decent pace. There was a little dry line, and then there was a couple of minor accidents and spins. One car is coming in. It's J-Joe.
Or Kermit.
And Kermit, both. They're going to double stack. Interesting strat. We do have a Red Bull coming in as well, do we?
They are the only early. But we've got Irons in. Jordan is in. Looks like we only had four guys come into the pits.
Yeah.
That's, I think.
That could be a great strat call for them.
A great call. It would be a great call, and everyone's going to have to pit, and these guys are going to be out way ahead of everyone else. The track does not look too wet right now. Let me see if I can go on board with Kermit here. Track is... You don't see the puddles in the rain, actually. Oh, just as I say that.
Yeah.
You can now. So.
Just starting to see those raindrops hit the track.
Yep. So I think those guys that just pitted on inters are going to be in a pretty good position right now.
Looks like a good call to me.
They're going to be caught up, and I wonder if anyone ducks into the pits right here before this restart.
Well, these guys at the back have caught up now. This might be a safety car restart.
should be. It's the end of the sector now.
No. Yes!
Yep.
We do. So that means
Yes,
that
is.
Kermit, J-Joe, Jordan, and Iron Boogs have made a 200 IQ call. The inters aren't going to last long. 5 minutes, it will dry up, says Miniko. So are the guys going to stay out then? Miniko thinks it's going to dry up in 5 minutes. As he's being told, he's obviously not on track side. Are you being an engineer, Miniko? Who are you engineering for today, sir? So currently it's Happy Like Pies, Rampage, Georgester, MB Jacobson, Merck, JBTC, Stig, Kapachi, Ketchen, Semtex, Landsharky, Gary 5000, City of R, Freddy, Big Mac Dan. They're the guys that haven't changed to the inters. We've then got Kermit, J-Joe, Jordan, and Iron Boogs on the inter tyres. Keep our eye on the gaps and on the pit lane. We do have some pit lane action now. 5 seconds for MB Jacobson as he goes into the pits. The guys out front, though, stay out in front. It's Happy Like Pies, Rampage, Georgester. Down towards turn 1.
Looks clean. They look clean through the corner.
Yeah.
Interested to see how much quicker these inters are. As Kermit is making a pass on Freddy right away. He's going to get by with ease. Freddy went off the track, came back on a bit questionably.
Ooh, contact from J-Joe on Freddy.
Guys are banging off each other back there.
Yeah, you can see the grip already, can't you?
Yeah.
Freddy trying to defend with the RS.
The corners is pretty significant for Kermit here. Out of the corners on all these guys on slicks. He is just...
Yeah, he's going to be all over the back of the Williams of Gary as well as we come down to those long right-handers. Is he going to have enough grip? If he gets on the inside, Gary might go a little bit wide as we get round to the quicker element. Does he? Gary? No. Gary does manage to keep relatively close to the line of the track. The Ferrari behind Freddy does lose a little bit of track position there. Are we going to see people come into the pits now? Whole host of cars in front of Kermit here. Gary, City of R, Landsharky and Ketchen. Not too far in front. Into the pits goes the Williams of Gary then. He's had enough.
City of R gets a little wide. Kermit is plowing through the field right now.
Yeah, up into P9 already.
Lap on inters, and he got irons also. That's the fastest lap right behind him on inters, so...
Front runners doing? Do we have any puddles yet?
Oh.
The man in P7, Miniko says the man in P7. I did look actually.
It was Stig, I believe.
It was Stig. Okay. So Kermit and Landsharky look like they're having a little battle as well here. Yep, here we go. Oh, Landsharky! I thought you were going to get out of shape there, my friend. Soft tyres. Who's on the soft tyres? City of R on the soft tyres. We're going to have a three cars wide, 4 cars wide, potentially going into the chicane.
I think we're through safely.
Oh, through. Well done, gentlemen. Well done.
Great job by everyone. But these Astons are definitely, the Inters are definitely the quicker tire right now. They are.
Yeah, for sure.
Blowing.
We're not seeing puddles form, so it's doesn't look to be getting any worse.
Nope. The rain is steady, but like you said, I don't see any puddles or anything forming. But you can just see as Kermit just blows right past Ketchen on that corner that the Inters just have so much more grip right now.
Yeah. Yeah, he's in a great position. He's only, what, 5, 6, 7 seconds off the lead of the race.
Yep. And DRS is enabled, though.
DRS enabled. Okay. Interesting.
So, that isn't that wet, but it is still raining. So the Inters are definitely quicker in the corners from what we are seeing, but it may not be... Oh, yeah, it's pretty significant. as all the inter drivers are just now setting fastest
Toby,
lap after
yeah.
lap.
Toby said that Merck said it's about to start drying up.
Okay. Well, maybe then these medium guys will.
It's 1.5-second gap to Capacci from Kermit. It's down to 1.2.
It was almost 3 seconds. It was 2.9, so he's picked up 1.7 seconds in a half of a lap. So it is gonna start drying up soon. Then he is gonna need to get a move on and push.
Train does still seem quite steady. Sector 2.
I don't know. Someone may have spun.
They've been catching, I guess.
Yeah, may have been catching or City of R.
As Jordan gets past Sharky, as does Boogs. And I think he's going to be snaffled up by another soft runner. Ketchin gets past Lansharky as well. Lansharky's struggling. He's lost 3 or 4 positions there. He might lose another one here. So the Ferrari of Freddie gets a little bit out of shape, but does go around the outside. Takes the inside line. In comes... Oh, 2 cars coming into the pits. Oh!
Man, they almost made contact there going into the pits.
That was Ketchin and Lansharky, yeah. So Kermit's within DRS range then. I've not seen that DRS be disabled yet, have you?
I have not. So that must mean it's still running. We'll find out shortly.
Gary, fastest lap of 39. Again, on the inters. We do have an Alpha Tauri round. It's City of R.
He's out on the soft tires still. Fighting hard.
Like he's made the right call and joined slowly. Now then, Kermit is losing time to Capacci in front of him. Capacci, who's next to Jordster. Jordster gives up the position to Capacci. Alpine on Alfa Romeo. Kermit was losing time down the straight.
I think Kermit probably has a higher downforce setup.
Yeah.
He was losing on the straights, but when it gets into the turns here, seems to be... Looks like the track is a little drier.
Track's drying out. Track is drying out.
Right?
Yeah, track's drying. No raindrops on the asphalt.
It's gonna be pretty close right now.
Yeah, we might see some of these these inter runners dive back into the pits. Yeah, there we go. Kermit picks up 5 seconds. J-Joe, it's a calamity in the Aston Martins.
2 5s and a double stack. This is going to be a rough tire change here. Jacobson comes in, gets another 5 second speed.
Good Lord.
We have seen so many of those today.
Yeah, that 200 IQ play I was talking about.
Yep.
2
IQ.
2 IQ.
2 IQ. Jacobson's going to have to wait.
Oh, squirrely from JB. That's going to allow Stig to get right up alongside him, going down the long straight with DRS. Not using any RS. He is on 50%. JB's on 19. But Stig takes P3. That's going to allow him now. He's got a 2-second gap in front of him to Rampage. Rampage, who's within DRS range of Epic. Happy Like Pies, who currently sits in P1. These guys who stuck it out on the medium tyres, Jim. Now that looks like the IQ play.
Yep. We, like I said, from here we had no idea, but when Minico said that we were going to get only a couple Freddie spun, it looks like. He said that the track was going to be drying up within 5 minutes, so that's, sometimes staying out on the mediums like that, if it doesn't get too bad, you can survive, right?
Yeah, for sure. I can't stay on board with these. I'm sure Stig must be a controller player. I can't stay on board with them too long. Damages my eyes. Fastest laps of the race down into the 37s. Then as Jordan comes into the pits, picks up 5. City of R picks up 3. It's a penalty fest.
Oh man, what a zoo. What a zoo today. This has
Three,
been.
4 guys on 5 seconds. Now, they're going to get an
They've
opportunity to get rid of those 5 seconds. They're going to wait for, hopefully, a safety car a little bit later on in the race to kind of get rid of those 5-second penalties. There's only one guy with track limit penalties, and that's City of R so far. We've seen a lot of track limit penalties today as well.
Yeah, I'm assuming many of these guys have at least one warning.
Minico says he's a wizard and that Stig is on wheel. Must just be his steering input is damaging my eye, damaging my corneas.
But, yep. See, Landsharky sets the fastest lap. He is on 2-lap-old mediums. I don't know if those are going to go all the way to the end.
Might see a move from Boogs here. Boogs on J-Joe, perhaps. He's going to have DRS. He's not utilizing any ERS just yet, but he is going to have DRS. He's going to go down the inside, down into that chicane. Gets the move done easily before the 50-meter board. Makes it stick, and J-Joe will follow him through there. Will J-Joe then go again and try and make a move? What's J-Joe doing? Is J-Joe going to pump battery? J-Joe pumps a little bit of battery. Makes the move back on the inside, going into the right-handers. Gets the job done.
Very close there from both of them.
Yeah.
Racing,
But here comes Irons again. Has to back out. Wise choice. Wise choice, Irons.
Lots of race left here, fellas. Lots of race left. Still 17 to go. Don't want to end your race this early.
Good battling between those two, though.
Got Kermit just pulling away right now. Kermit could be, even though he has a 5-second penalty, he is on hards.
Yeah.
So he can stay up there. This is what we saw in the Tier 4 race. There wasn't another safety car at the end of the race.
Boogs gets the job done onto turn 1 against J-Joe.
Skelly came in, got a 5-second penalty, but since there were no safety cars, he was just so far ahead because of his strategy, it didn't really matter. And Kermit is catching the top 6 who all still have to pit at least one time.
Yeah.
So they're going to be hoping for a safety car. If not, Kermit is going to have the lead by about 8 seconds over Irons right now.
Yeah, he's just taking a second out.
Yep. The more Irons and J-Joe battle, that only helps Kermit even more.
Yeah. Oh, God. Down into the chicane. That was close. The two side by side again. No, J-Joe does indeed pull in behind. Does go side to side now, though.
I hate that camera angle out of that corner because you can't see what happens in the middle of the corner.
No. A little bit of contact. Nothing too much, though. J-Joe got a little bit too close to the back of Boogs, going through that long left, long right.
Apache got by JB for P4 on the main straight. But everyone else seems to be pretty spaced out. Kermit and Landsharky right now seem to be alternating fastest laps over and over. So
that's now under 16 seconds for Kermit. Clear track in front of him.
Yep. And the gap behind is now 9.2 when it was, 8.4 last lap. But because Iron and J-Joe are just battling like crazy back there, this is only helping Kermit drive away and just focus on his own race. As JB gets past Apache again using DRS.
I'm actually going to try and make a move down here. Oh, he's close. He's close as they come into this long right-hander. Sensibly seems to back out of any kind of contact.
I think right now these guys are just trying to save tires as best as possible. See if they can push the mediums till the end or till lap 16 and throw on some set of sauce. But we will see what happens. It's going to be...
Yellow's just had an earthquake 60 miles north of him, 5.5 magnitude.
Man.
Geez, hope you're all okay, Yellow. Everybody around you, of course.
He's got the hurricane today and earthquakes. Natural disaster after natural disaster over there.
Yeah.
Slight shake, nothing crazy. That's good. Good to hear.
So the main battles we've got at the minute are Boogs and J-Joe battling for P8. And we've got JB and Kapachi battling for P4.
Yep.
As JB and Kapachi swap positions yet again down that long DRS straight. That's going to be a flavour for what's going to happen in the next few laps. Oh, a mistake though. A mistake from JB. He's now out of DRS range.
Yeah, those medium tires now at 11 laps are getting a bit more worn than you'd kind of like them to be.
JJ takes the position back from Boogs. Again, down the second DRS straight in Sector 2. Through the chicane they go. Boogs close behind, though. Very close behind. Is he going to make a move on the inside? He is. He's up alongside. Nope, moves back in behind. Now he makes a move on the inside. Oh! JJ just about manages. Oh, two guys jumped in the pits. Kapachi and JB both in the pits, sticking on some fresh hard tyres.
Those are the hards. Get passed by Kermit here.
Boogs is pushing JJ round the track at the moment. We might see a move down into turn 1.
Kapachi and JB, it's going to be close. They're all going to come out just ahead of the battle between Boogs and JJ.
I actually drove into a Ferrari coming out of the pits today in our race. Probably my bad.
Well, as long as it was no harm, no foul.
No harm, no foul, sir. No harm, no foul. None of my car fell off anyway.
But we've got
Stig. Might have been a mistake from Rampage. I know Kermit's now closed that gap down to 11.3 seconds. That's frightening pace from him. But Stig's now closed down to within DRS range of Rampage.
See if any of these guys come in for the hards here, or if they're going to try and push it for the sauce at the end.
We do. 2 cars go in. Stig stays out.
Rampage and Epic are both in. Stig will stay out. If you can push this to go for sauce. Big Mac Dan.
Yo, Pete, how you doing, brother? Big Mac Dan.
See where Epic...
Jolster stays out.
Believe they're going to come out behind Kermit. Going to be close, but Kermit's going to get
way
them.
behind.
But don't forget, Kermit's got the 5 seconds, so those guys are going to be on newer tires.
Yeah, true. True
that.
that.
See if they can reel him in now.
So Kermit's 10 seconds back from Jordster, who's 8.3 back from Stig. I think we've got a real tussle on our hands here for Rampage.
Really, this is probably the point of the race now where people are going to start pushing. You're going to start seeing those time penalties rack up.
Yeah. Hey, no worries, Pete. I had some PC issues last week. I believe we fixed at least 90% of them. I'm hoping it's not too laggy for you guys watching this evening.
Looks good to me. I'm watching the stream on my end, so looks good. So
I just had loads of warnings from YouTube telling me how unstable everything was. Don't know whether they're talking about my mental health or what, really, quite frankly.
We can leave that one out. We don't need to talk. That's okay.
That one, leave that one in the gutter.
YouTube's not in your head. YouTube's not in your head. Maybe your therapist is, or you are, but YouTube can't be.
Maybe I should get myself a therapist. I don't know. Who knows?
I don't know.
Anyway, Kermit is now under 10 seconds behind Jodster. Jodster and Stig. Stig stays out. Jodster stays out. So that's 14 laps now. They are trying to take those things to the soft tyres. What are we saying soft tyre-wise? They have to get to lap 16, 17?
I would say pit at the end of lap 16 is probably the safest. You could pit a lap earlier, but those softs at the end are going to be pretty atrocious.
Yeah, for sure. Maud, that is a fantastic and wonderful question, Sir Head Steward. We need to get the penalty point hammer out, my friend.
We have the hammer out. We've got that MRL repeat offender list is growing by the by the week lately. So
Tolby's done me a bad one there. He says no more reserves ever. Tolby, I'm a reserve. Can you not say things like that, please? Wow. Okay, so where's the racing, Jim? What have we got? We've got Jordan not too far behind J-Joe now. That's a couple of tenths. Just extends to 3 tenths. Got Rampage half a second behind Happy Like Pies. Exchanging position between Semtex and Gary a little bit further down the midfield. So we've got a couple of little battles happening left, right, and centre here.
Be
Good
interested to see what happens with J-Joe and Jordan. If they keep battling, that means Lane Shark, Merc, and Ketchin behind are going to be able to catch up to them.
Sure.
And they both have 5-second time penalties right now. So if they keep battling, that's going to allow the guys behind them to possibly move up into the points here.
Yeah. Now, he says the fastest lap. We've got Lansharky and Ketchin on medium tyres alongside the Big Mac Dan as well, further on down. They're going to try and stretch those, aren't they? They're going to try and stretch those out.
Definitely a stretch, because that's going to be, for Lansharky and Ketchin, that's going to be what? That's going to be 19 laps on those mediums if we go to the end here. So that is definitely a stretch. I'm pretty sure it's doable. I think they will last. I don't think they're going to get into puncture territory, but...
Really?
I can assure you they will not feel very good.
Oh, sideways from J-Joe.
I just watched Epic and Kermit go battle into the corner, followed Rampagers right behind them as well.
That's going to allow Jordan to get on the inside, down into the chicane. Is he going to make the move stick? He is. They come side to side. J-Joe gets back out in front. Jordan has to relegate himself back down to P10.
Kermit gets passed by Epic. Oh, they're battling. Kermit gets a little loose.
That's a three-way battle now for the final podium spot. Happy Like Pies, Kermit, and Rampage.
And that could be for the win, because Stig and Georgester have yet to pit.
Yeah, and into the pits now is Georgester.
Well, he's going to put on the softs and go to the end. Stig stay out an extra lap, so his softs are going to feel pretty good.
Big move, big move! From Kermit down into turn 1, gets P2! Georgester does indeed stick those softs on. So Kermit now 17 seconds off the pace of Stig. Stig's going to be throwing some soft tyres on. Stig's going to be in the mix here. If he can just keep that gap at 17 seconds, he's going to be within 5. Ketchin's out! DNF! In the pits. In the pits.
But, yeah, I mean, I think Kermit right now is holding up Rampage.
Oh,
and
my God.
Try and battle into the corner here. I mean, Kermit is defending this excellently here, but it's also slowing the 3 of them down, so Stig is going to be able to pop into the pits, and he's probably only going to come out. He may come out right in between the bat. Is
this going to be a double overtake for Rampage? No! There's contact! Round goes Kermit!
He touched Kermit right on the inside. Kermit, I don't think he has any damage, but unless he has side pod damage, but it does look like Rampage lost that end plate. He did. Rampage did lose an end plate.
Into the pits he comes.
Yep. Stig. This is all working out great for Stig, because that...
Yeah, all of a sudden.
Even more time to pull away on those softs.
Into the pits comes Kermit, actually. Maybe Kermit does have damage.
Yeah, he could have damage as well. It didn't look like I saw any on his front wing, but...
So after that, coming together then, it's Happy Like Pies out in P1 with Kapachi P2, JB P3 with Stig now, fresh soft tyres with 9 laps to go. 5-second penalties for Big Mac Dan, but Stig, 9 laps to go. Takes P3.
Well, and now I think the man to watch right now is going to be Stig.
You're not wrong. He is now P3, 2.3 seconds behind Kapachi, who's 2.1 behind Happy Like Pies. No penalties in the top 5 drivers.
We've got a whole bunch of host of people pitting there, all over the place. It looks like we are pretty good here. No real battles at J-Joe Jordan. Now, Georgester is going to be behind those guys with fresh sauce, so he, based on time penalties, is going to be ahead of them. But he's probably going to want to get by them on track and maybe have a chance of catching it. Possibly.
Yeah, looking from Jordan's rear wing here, squirrely again is J-Joe, getting out of shape, and Georgester's right on his tailpipe.
Yeah, those soft tires are going to feel really good for Georgester compared to those 16-lap-old mediums he just got off of, so he's going to feel like he's pretty much anything right now. The Stig is already almost in DRS range of Apache.
Wow.
Just one. He's actually in DRS range now, so he is
in the zone.
He's probably going to get it done here.
So for Kermit to get back into this, Kermit Land Sharky, Big Dan, City of Art, Rampage, probably needs safety cars from here on in.
Yep. Looks like Stig gets by Kapachi. Kapachi doesn't even try and defend, knowing he is on the worst tire and it's not worth wasting his DRS. Maybe he can stay with Stig long enough to have him drag him around a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, three-way tussle for P. 4-6.
Jordan and J-Joe, this battle has been going on all day.
J-Joe, Jordan, and Georgester. Georgester just wants to pick up some pieces.
Yep. He's trying to get past any of them here, so he can make those soft tires a bit more useful, because the more that these two battle in front of him, the less of a chance there is that he would catch irons. Stig sets the fastest lap with a 132.5. He is chasing down Epic now. See if Jordan makes a move on J-Joe into turn 1. I don't think he's going to be close enough here.
No, we're going to see Jordan. No. Boogs, that's big for Boogs. 3 seconds. So that's put Georgester right up into potentially a top 5 position if he can get himself past Jordan and J-Joe.
Georgester needs to find a way past these two guys.
I'm going to jump up to the front, by the way, because at the front, Stig has reeled Happy Like Pies in. It's 5/10.
Yeah, I think this is just an inevitable pass coming here. I think Stig is just going to slowly waltz on by. Maybe not here, but
I think down into turn 1, the move will get done. Or he might have great traction around this turn here and just make the move on a switchback.
Takes it a little while. I think he's gonna wait till the pit straight, use the DRS, and then he will probably just pull away.
He will be gone. Yeah, great view then.
He is dumping. Is he going to get there? Epic is not fighting at all. Lets him go.
Through goes Stig. Into P1 then. The stars have aligned at present. Lap 21 of 27 here at Paul Ricard. It's Stig out in front in the McLaren. Georgester and J-Joe, that battle finally has a conclusion, does it? We're going to jump back on as they... A little bit of contact. J-Joe gets back past Georgester. Georgester is in front of... Oh, God, it's confusing. Georgester in front of Jordan with J-Joe. There's too many J's. Jim, there's too many J's.
I know. And Irons is just... JBTC is in front of Irons. If not, we'd have all the J's in the whole lobby right on top of each other.
As Semtex picks up 3. Here we go then. This should be a move done easily. It's Georgester on J-Joe. Down into the chicane turn. Gets the move done nice and early. Under pressure, J-Jo is from Jordan as well.
Now, Jordan's going to look to pull away here at the back. This back straight. See if he can catch up to Boogs here. He's 2.6 seconds behind, so with Iron's 3-second penalty, he is technically P5 right now.
Sure is. But again, he'll want to do it on track.
Yeah, everyone wants to do it on track. It's the best way. It makes you feel good about yourself, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, Maud, I know we can hear the stadium music. That might be a setting that I've accidentally switched on. As you come down turn 15, you can hear the stadium music on the stream. Apologies. I'm assuming it's copyright free. We'll soon find out. 1.8 seconds now, the gap from Jaws to Boogs. Happy Like Pies is sticking with Stig. That gap hasn't really grown. It's just about to go over 1 second.
Now he's out of the DRS range, though. Just missed the detection point, so Stig is going to, unless Epic can find a way back in, I think as long as Stig doesn't make a mistake here, he's going to slowly pull away from Epic here.
There's tyres for you, Tolby.
On hards and softs, that's pretty much it. Pretty much the story of the day here.
Doesn't look like anybody's going to have to come into the pits. I wouldn't have thought. Everybody can go on their current tyre to the end.
Yep.
So it's kind of as you are on track. We're just kind of looking for some battles. We've got Gary and MB Jacobson having a little bit of a tussle for P11.
Just good. Jacobson just passed him on the straight with DRS there.
Gary's picking up P11 anyway. It's whether or not he can get close enough to get that point from Rampage. There's Jordan and J-Jo. Yet again, Jordan and J-Jo switch positions.
Those two have been racing pretty much on top of each other the entire race.
Absolutely. So I expect a good GG's in the chat at the end between the two drivers, because it has been what appears to be a really good battle.
Yes. Yep. Very good battle. Got Georgster's almost within DRS range of Irons now.
Yeah. In fact, I expect him to get within lap 24, 25. I expect that move to get done.
Yep.
Maud's board.
Like they have on Sky Sports. Striking distance. Wish we could let you know.
Would it be good if we could just put the striking distance up there?
Yeah.
Mert picks up 3 seconds. Let's take a quick look at the penalty situation here, because that's gonna shake it up a little bit up towards the top end. We're gonna have George to move into P5, and then that's kind of it done. Then we've got a host of cars with penalties, 5 seconds and 3 seconds. It's Jordan, J-Jo, Jordan, J-Jo, and MB Jacobson with 5. Then Rampage and Mert with 3. Gary's not got any penalties. He's going to improve himself a couple of positions at the moment. He's almost in a position to be able to take P10 from Merck as it currently stands. Needs about another... Well, if it finished right now, he'd probably just be about 300s off.
Yep. So he's going to need Jacobson to get a move on and try and catch Merck here.
Sure.
But I think what will help that is if Merck falls out of the DRS range of Rampage. That will help him out. But we are back at it with the Jordan and J-Jo show as they finally separated themselves a little bit.
Oh, J-Jo into the pits.
That's why.
He's going to throw some softs on and go for the fastest lap. One of our championship protagonists, of course. He's going to sacrifice himself 1 or 2 points. I think that's all he was going to get with those time penalties. He's going to get rid of the 5 seconds, hope for a safety car, throw the softs on and go for the point for the fastest lap, I guess. Although, to be fair, he's going to be so far down, he's not going to get that point.
No. Nope. He is going to come out too far back. Maybe those hards were just too worn for him.
Fastest lap is held by Rampage presently.
Just on the sauce. He's working his way up, trying to get past Jordan there. George is right on irons now.
Yeah, Pete, we had a safety car on lap 24 in Tier 5 today?
We did. We did have one. It happened like pretty much right now. And
Yeah.
then the safety car was out for one lap, and that was it.
Uh-huh. But it looks like it is going to be too late for today, as Stig's about to come across the line and start lap 25 of 27. He's 7 lap old. He's 3.7 seconds out in front. All he's got to do is keep this car pointing in the right direction and keep all the wheels on it. And I think he will be in a stellar position to pick up 25 points today.
Yep, I think that's his only plan right now is don't push, don't do anything, too crazy, no track limits, warnings or anything like that.
Now it's too late for a safety car mode, absolutely 100%. On lap 25 it is, but on lap 24 they're possible because I've seen it. I was in it, not the safety car.
Yeah. Yep. We got a safety car on lap 24 today. Yeah, I was there.
Right then, is George still going to get this job done?
Let's see. Comes down the straight. I don't think we're going to see any defense from Irons. No defense. Dorser gets it done nice and easily. Now he's down to 10 seconds behind JB, so I don't think he's going to close that gap unless we see JB spin out, do something crazy there.
Yeah. What a drive by JB, by the way.
Yeah. Capacci as well. He's here every week, and he's had some bad luck and stuff, but it's a good race from him.
Yeah, it's nice to have a little bit of a change actually up in that top 10. So seeing Boogs up there, Rampage, Merck, Gary.
Yeah. Jacobson
let's
right
say
on the verge.
Capacci, JB.
He's got a time penalty, so I don't think he's going to...
Yeah, so Kermit's going to pick up some points here if he's not careful.
Man,
All right.
We've got to go in the
6
back.
tenths. Boy needs...
City of R, I believe, spun it. Gets
Kermit
himself
to pick a point up, Kermit needs one more position and about half a second.
So he's got... He's probably going to get around Gary here.
Yeah,
right?
for sure. Tire advantage.
Yep, definitely a tire advantage. So he is going to get him on the DRS straight back here, and then he's going to have about a lap and a half to really push and try and close the gap to Mark and Rampage and Jordan and those guys.
Yeah, there's that fastest lap for JJ we were talking about. Into the 32s. Here we go then. Are we going to see this move? Gary probably won't fight this too much down into the chicane.
Gary, let's go.
Gary's under pressure now from the Haas of MB Jacobson. Semtex not too far behind either. Kermit's going to pick up P9 at present. Within that 3-second window to Merck. Is it 3 seconds? It is 3 seconds.
It is 3 seconds, yep. So he will grab at least 1 point. JB is closing on Capacci here.
Oh, this could be some drama then for the podium.
He could be in DRS for the straight here. Neither of them really have any ERS to burn. So we're going to see.
Yeah, it needs to make up a 10th through this little section as Big Mac Dan picks up 3. Loses a 10th.
Rampage gets by Jordan.
Oh, he's got it. He's got DRS.
He does have it.
But he's a second back.
He is way back there. He's really not catching. I mean, he's pulling in, but he's not really catching enough to really make it do anything. He's down to 6 tenths. Oh, he gets a little loose coming out of the corner there.
Oh.
Apache is defending like crazy.
Boogs takes the position back from Johnston, by the way.
Yep.
It's 4 tenths then. But let's jump on board then with Stig. What a stellar drive from Stig. All the stars aligned, as we said earlier on. Incidents further on down the field allowed him to get to the front. And once he's got to the front, he stayed there as he comes round the final turn then. Turn 15. down the long straight. The red car of Happy Like Pies, nowhere in the distance. It's Stig who's going to cross the line, and he wins the French Grand Prix here in MRL Tier 2. It's going to be Happy Like Pies who crosses the line second. Finishing the podium, it's going to be Capacci 2/10 in front of JB. Great drive from those two guys. Really impressed with those two today. It's going to be Iron Boo who's going to cross the line fifth, but he's going to end up finishing in P6 as Jordster is going to jump him in the standings on penalties. It's P7 for Rampage, P8 for I Am Jordan, P9 for Merc, who's going to be jumped by Kermit. Kermit actually jumps Jordan as well to finish in P8.
It's a good recovery drive by Jordan there. I mean, by Kermit.
It really was, yeah. From that, he looked like he was nailed on for the win.
And without safety car, he worked his way all the way back up into P8, so good.
Yeah, fantastic stuff. Good drive, though, from Stig. In the McLaren. Another strong showing for McLaren. It's a rest of the grid sandwich between two pieces of McLaren bread tonight. Certainly in the finishing cars, anyway.
Let's see if we can get anyone in here for some.
Let's see how we can figure this one out. I'll leave on so we can see the results first. Driver of the day goes to Gary. Yeah, good drive from Gary as well. Nice to see a former Tier 2 champion who's gone, I think he's gone no assists. Put on a strong showing today in France.
A Stig, and then Epic, and then Capacci. Interview room. Let's see if we can get anyone in here.
There's the standing ends. It's Stig who takes P1 from 14th on the grid and not getting driver of the day. Wow. In the McLaren, Alfa Romeo kick of Happy Like Pies from third on the grid finishes second. Capacci from 11th on the grid finishing third. There is your podium positions. Hopefully we'll be able to get a couple of the guys in at least to have a little bit of an interview with. I know we've struggled with some interviews this year, haven't we?
I don't see anyone in there currently. We've got Capacci in there right now.
Yeah, go on, bring Capacci and have a word with him.
Let's see. I can't bring him in, but you can bring him in.
Oh, I can bring him in, can I?
You should
In the waiting room, yeah?
I can't. I'm on my phone.
I actually managed to leave the. Do you know what? I've made an enormous error. An enormous error on my part. There we go. I believe I might be back. Am I back? Or have I broken everything? I might have broken everything. I haven't broken everything.
Okay. Have you broken anything or everything?
Possibly everything.
Possibly everything. Okay.
Good grief. Bear with me, folks. I'll get back. I'll get back to some common sense in a moment. If I can find my cursor on the damn screen. This is not detecting any input from my mic. So I don't know where my mic is. There we go. Right. No, Discord's in the process of crashing for me, Jim, I think.
Okay. All right. So we will skip interviews today, unfortunately, I think.
Let me just see if I can get Capacci in. He finished third, didn't he?
Yeah. See if we can pull him in. If not, then unfortunately we're going to have to skip them today. Oh, heard something. I don't see anyone though. think. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I think Andy has exploded. Don't know if he's here or not.
I'm here, man. I'm
We're
here.
gonna have to skip. I think Andy is back. He's back. I can kind of hear him.
Yeah, I've just my PC's about to explode again, my friend. So I think we're gonna have to skip the interviews for tonight.
Skipping interviews tonight, unfortunately. But congratulations to Stig, Epic, and Kapachi for a great podium. Unfortunately, our PC's going to explode today.
So I'm so sorry, guys.
Not going to be able to get interviews in, but next week we'll get them done for you.
I'd just like to put a disclaimer on that one that I can't guarantee it. I need to make sure we've got some more work to do on the PC this week because we've literally dropped 12,500 frames during the course of that race. Yo, Mark, thank you so much, buddy. Appreciate it. Don't forget, we've got our boy Jim. Let's get back to the main camera. Jim, thank you so much. That was it was an interesting race. It wasn't quite as action-packed as some of the other races we've had, but there were some interesting battles, and I really enjoyed it as usual.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of leveled itself out towards the end there with, no safety cars, but we still saw some great battles throughout the entire race. So
yeah, we did.
Can't be upset about that.
No, absolutely not. And you know what? With those two Aston Martins not picking up huge amounts of points this week, it's going to keep the championship interesting as we roll into week 8. Which I've got no idea where round 8 is.
We will definitely have to see what that brings for next week. Definitely opens up the championship battle as far as I'm concerned.
It does. It does. All right, lovely. Jim, thank you so much. Everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. We really appreciate you. As always, a stellar performance from the Moose Racing League community, not just in the race, but also in the chat. Take it away, Jim. Thank you so much, mate, and I'll catch up with you next week.
See you, boys. Great race again. We'll see you next week at the Netherlands. Everyone, go watch Tier 1 starting right now. Those
Absolutely.
Guys are be pretty crazy today.
Yeah, go check in. Go check in with Punju. We've got the number 3 driver in the world, by the way, on time trial in that race tonight. Go check him out. You know what I'm talking about.
It's Drix time.
It's Drix time, baby.
Boys.